Hi folks, Kenny the Vaping here, back again with another review. Hope you're all doing mighty fine and thank you for joining me. It's hot, very hot, so please excuse any background noise. We're all the windows open here, and we're next to a pretty busy main road, so I do apologise for that. But today we are looking at a Smok product. Yes, I know you're going, oh no, not Smok again, but people, you need to sit up and take a good look at this one. This is the Smok. This is the, oh God, I can't even see. This is the Tfv16. I know you're seeing it's another TFV tank, but this guy is their mesh release of what the Cloud Beast they had years ago or not so long ago. So what we'll do, just go take the usual, dive down the table, have a close look and all that stuff, yeah, they brought out the King. These mesh coils, right, they start where other mesh coils max out. That's the power in this thing. So before we get down and have a look, remember to hit that subscribe, like button, all that good stuff, Love to keep what I'm here from you and all that kind of la-di-da, So without further ado, let's get down. No, we'll not get down. We'll roll the brawl. Here we're going. Right folks, here we are down at the table looking at the Smok Tfv16 tank, Return of the King. This one is in blue. Top box got a picture of the tank, etc. On the side you've got some little King Cloud, King Flavour, King Capacity, King Airflow and King Pleasure. This side nothing, this side just the contents and all your scratch sniff, etc. authenticity stuff. Here again just the manufacturer's contact details and all the social media warning, no social media, just warnings in there, and on the bottom again like that, not for sale to minors, more warnings, all that stuff. Basically it's one of them lids where you get a vacuum and you've got to pull it off like so, and inside you're presented with the tank itself. Put that at the side for the moment. You get the silicone stuff to keep all the dampness and moisture. Inside you get your QC certificate, all that stuff, and you get your destruction manual, as I like to call it, and it's pretty well laid out. This actually, it's got all the verification stuff, operation guide, the kit, and here's some specifications for you if you want to see them. This material is stainless steel, size 32 by 64.5. I'm assuming that 32 is its widest point with the bubble glass. I think it's something like a 26, 28 at the base. Weight 94 grams, capacity 9 milliliter. Again, that'll be with the bubble glass on, and obviously if you put the bigger coil in, you might lose a little bit of capacity as well. The 510 thread. On the other side, just lots of warnings and cautions and all that kind of stuff. In the box, excuse me, got a frog in my throat. You do get a spare straight glass. You get a spare coil, which we will have a look at in a moment. You get this band. I mean, it's a big meaty thing. Like, I mean, it's got holes you can see your liquid, but I don't know about that. And another one of those silica gel things. So all in all, your pretty bog standard stuff what you get in your sub-ohm tank boxes. Basically, we'll have a look at the star of the show here, which is the Smok. On the top, it's got your usual fill. You press the button and you spin it, and there you go. The difference with this tank now is, instead of your rubber gasket being there, it's now under there, which I think is 100% better all round. And obviously your big fill port there, you can see down there where your coil is. It does have a proprietary drip tip, if I can get it off. You bear with us. It's like a sleeve type of drip tip, which this has O-rings on, and it just kind of slips over there. So I'd rather have seen the usual 810, whatever it is you can put on. Down here you have your big bubble glass. Down here you have your big massive airflows. I mean, they're huge, one on one side, one on the other. On the bottom, designed by Smok, gold plated pin. Change your coil, just unscrew it. It does come pre-installed with the single coil in, which again is you just take out like any other sub-ohm tank. There's nothing really special about them, but the difference in the bottom is, you see here, we are on pegs. Your coil sits on these pegs, so they've kind of raised it. I don't know if you're going to get any voltage drop, like, but that's the way they've done. They've kind of raised it, instead of like having on the coil, like with some coils you have like the steel like leg thing that comes over. You have two airflows. This, they've gone flat, and obviously that flat contacts with them in 3 spots. All look like they're gold plated, so the connection could be good. Coils themselves are just behemoths. I mean, this is the standard one that it comes with. It's a 0.17 ohm, rated 120 watts. Now, I reckon that's what it is. Just do it at 120 watts. If you go low, you kind of lose a bit of flavour. If you go too high, your coil will not last very long. It does have a minimum mark on as well, so not let your juice drop that far. And it's huge. I mean, look at these juice ports. They're massive all the way around. They're absolutely huge. I mean, I can zoom in a bit here and let you see it, but you can see they're absolutely huge. And there's your big mesh, in there. Looks like the honeycomb style mesh. And your other coil, excuse me, is this fella. This one is the dual mesh coil, as you can see, and this one is 0.12 ohms, 80 to 160 watts. Yes, you heard that right, 160 watts. Best at 120. Again, the size of these juice ports, they are massive. I mean, this is going to drink in it. It's going to drink some juice, this. But I'm going to put this behemoth in for the sake of review. I've done a week with the single coil, and I'll give you a little bit more on that in a minute. If you just bear with me a sec, because what I would suggest you do is, when you assemble these, get them pre-juiced. I'm using some of this. It's Morris Puff Sherbet Cherry. It's quite nice, actually. Yeah, it's not expensive stuff, but it's quite nice. 70-30 VG, all that stuff. But what I suggest you do with the coil, as well as pre-wicking, you see this O-ring, just lube that up a bit, because the thing I find is, with it being an O-ring and you're kind of like fighting against the O-ring while you're screwing it in. So like you see there, that O-ring is now pushing, so sometimes you're just not quite catching the threads. So again, you just go back a bit, give it a little nip. Don't crank it right down, because that's what a lot of people do. They crank them down, you just squash the O-rings and they don't work. Me, I just soak up all the wick holes here. Just give it a bit of a prime. I mean, look at that behemoth. Christ, I could probably put half a bottle in there, you know what I mean? It wouldn't make any difference. As you can see, just fill up these little holes, prime them up a bit. Everything primed, drop in the cottons there. Put your tank on. Get it nicely. You see, don't crank it, just nip it nice. And your gear will just fill it up now. Hang on, there you go, fill that up. Again, just dunk your juice in, basically, you know what I mean? Just dunk it in. I mean, there you have it. It's just absolutely just dunk it in. It's just big. Everything's big on it. Click your lid back in, and there you go, folks. You are now ready to vape on this bad boy. So we'll go back up top. We'll do that. I'll give you my thoughts. Thank you very kindly. See you in a bit. Right, folks, here we are back up top. I'm going to get comfortable. Back up top with the Smok. I keep forgetting the name now. Tfv16 tank, right? I'm rocking some of this Moorish Puff sherbet cherry. I'll give it a toot. I'll try it near its bottom end, which it recommends is 80 watts where it starts. So I'll go 85, yeah. Hang on, we'll just get it there somewhere nearabouts. Come on, get up there, you bugger. There's bloody 0.1 increments on this, you know, they're silly. There you go. I don't know if you can see that. 85 watts, let's have a give it a toot. Fuck. Wow. Flavour's there, like it's got flavour, and the clouds is there. But just, no, by the way, I've got the airflow fully open as well, just to don't want to get too hot. But you know, this thing's rated up to 160 watts, so we'll push it up straight away to, let's see, we're going up to say 100 watts, yeah. And we're nearly there. There we go. 100 watts. I don't normally vape this high, you know, unless I'm on a mech, but we'll see. Fuck hell. The vape of this thing kicks out is phenomenal, but now, as it's getting hotter, the flavour's coming through a bit more as well. So, I would say you need a mod that's over 100 watt power capability. You know, these smaller 100 watt box mods, I don't think you'll be able to run this very well on that. This thing needs power. So that was 100. It recommends 120. So we're going up to 120. There we go. We'll give it a gun. But yeah, fucking nicotine buzz in a minute. It's fun. It's mad. It's mad. Flavour is now on point. It's there. It's up there with all the other ones. It's a mesh coil, you know, what do you expect? So we're now going to push it up to 140. Needs some air. fucking vape of this thing is producing it's unbelievable. Then finally, push it up to its max, 160 watts. It's starting to get getting a bit warm now, like. Whew. Anyway, here we go. Fuck it, it's almost as if you're gasping for air. Oh, right. I'm going to drop it back to about 120 for the rest of the review because it's more comfortable. Back on 120. Jesus. So what's me thoughts? Well, is it a flavourless cloud sugar? No. The flavour is on point at the higher wattages without a doubt. The 80 starting at anything under 100 watts, it's a little bit muted. But once you start putting that power in and getting it up 100 watts plus, this is where this thing shines. This is why you need a mod. That's at least a 200 watt box mod. Anything under 100 watts, it's not gonna bring the best of this tank out. It needs power. I mean, it's wicking really well, you know. It's keeping up really fine. It is a big behemoth, but I don't think it will be a daily tank. I mean, obviously the vape, you know, if you're out in public, you know, you gotta fucking smog every bugger out. There's not really much I don't like about it, to be honest with you. Like I said, the only downside was with them coils. You need to put that bit of juicer, because if you don't, and you're fighting against that aura, you've got a good chance of crossing the threads, and that's your coil knacked. Or if you cross the threads with the base, that's the base knacked. So I would definitely recommend you just put a little bit of juice on, lube them up, and they'll go in lovely. But they have changed a few things. I see that gasket is now underneath here. Only the con I'd say is this drip tip. It's more proprietary. It's like a sleeve thing. Would be better if you could just put your 10s in and then put your own tip on. It drinks juice for fun. It gets hot. Gets your mod hot. You're whacking it through the power. So some good batteries would be required for your mod as well. But generally, it's more like for social gatherings, you know, a bit of fun, you know, like maybe gather a meet or something, or a social event, and a bit play about with it, you know. As a daily, you could, but if you're out in public, like, you might get frowned upon with the amount of bloody vape you're producing. It's not a stealth mod, you know what I mean. I could walk up there, the field there with the dog, I would toot on that, and it would just be like, phew, like a bloody nuclear bomb going off with all the vape. It's crazy. It's fun as well. I mean, it's fun, but you know, if you like your high power and your clouds, and it has got it's not brilliant flavouring. Obviously, I think with all the bigger tanks periods, you know, you do lose a bit of flavour, you know, because obviously the smaller ones are more concentrated, but the flavour's there. It's decent. It's not a flavourless cloud sugar. It's actually quite decent. It's also very airy. I think sometimes if you turn the air down, you do lose a bit of flavour, you know, it mutes it just a tad. But apart from that, it's quite hilarious, you know what I mean. The fucking clouds of it are phenomenal. You know, you can almost breathe through the tank because the air is that much air. It's probably a bit too airy for me. You know, I'd probably like to close it down. Like I say, when you close it down, you lose a bit of that stuff. But you know, it's another Smok product, and they have done a decent job with this, I must admit. I've had no leaks. I've ran the other single coil, that 120 watts. That's the sweet spot with that coil. If you run any less, your flavour's muted. If you run any more, your coils will last 2 minutes. They reckon the coils last about a week. This is a week and a half, and it's still going pretty strong. It's still nice and clean inside, so it's entirely how you vape. I suppose if you chain it, you know, you will reduce the lifespan of the coil. But general vape, and I mean, I've given a week and a half. I was maybe say 2, maybe push it to 3 weeks if you just, you know, you may be able to do that. Replacement coils are like most of the coils, by the packs. You get the packs of 3, and I think they're gone for about 11 quid for a pack of 3. I do believe there is another coil that I think they've got a triple mesh coil. I don't know if it's been released yet as the time I was recording this, which is a 0.15 ohm coil, and I'm not sure what the power ratios of that, but it will be high. But like I say, this thing starts where most of the mesh coils max out. You know, I mean, the highest I've seen before this was, I think it was about 110, if that. A lot of them are like, what, 60 to 80. This starts at 80, and it's power at 80. You know, you've got to get this over 100, so it needs plenty power. But by God, it's good for what it is. It's really good, and it's a Smok. So I know all the Smok haters. Up to now, I've had no issues with it. I thought obviously with the 3 pins like legs hitting, I mean, massive power drop, but there's not. It's there. It's on par. It's a cloud chucker. There's plenty flavour, and it's fun. So yeah, I'll leave this at that one. It's been really good. But before I go, remember to hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, all the likes, all that lovely stuff. So I've been Kenny the Vaping Heat. Stay safe, vape safe, and I'll see you all very soon in the next one. See you later now. Cheers. Bye now.